Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Electronic Harassment Parent Coalition of Palm Springs, California. My name is Kevin Bond, and I'm the host of the site and the owner. I just wanted to do a quick vlog tonight for the postings that I just did. In particular, this particular posting is something that I've done it before. It's trying to explain how I know that the police could have done more in my rape investigation if they had just done anything. Um, and how I suspect that there is information that they know that is contrary to what the evidence shows. And I wanted to make sure that I presented it to you again in a way that you would understand. So today's video is all about trying to answer questions that have answers. I mean, it's really not that difficult to understand that when I sought the help of the police for a situation that was involving um, the drug dealer Stephen Fry that was eventually arrested and convicted, that there was a lot more going on there than met the eye. And one thing that I have to re-emphasize to anybody that's watching this video is during that period, I was very adamant, and for years before, I should say, I was very adamant about keeping diaries. In fact, all my friends know that I was constantly writing because what I was hearing in my head and what I was experiencing out on the street was something that I didn't feel that I could talk to people about. I thought they would think I was crazy, or I thought that they would think that I was not all there. And, certainly there are certain facts that are absolutely true. I was shot at when I was living in San Diego. Um, Apparently, somebody who likes to send me text messages knows about it. And that I was being told that this guy, Peter DiMartino, was um, doing something electronic that I had to hear his voice. And of course, now there's text messages that show that there was a relationship between Stephen Fry, the drug dealer, and Peter DiMartino. Um, and of course, there is, the informant work and all of the stuff that happened to me right before that, and then all the stuff that happened to Christopher right afterwards. Um, I really just want everybody to read what was written today, and I hope you'll understand that the picture that I posted yesterday of my face being punched out, I believe is from the night that I was raped. And I believe that it was the picture that was taken during the rape. And because I know I didn't pose for it. And I have absolutely no memory of posing for something like that. The house that I was in, as I reported to Officer Few, had a lot of GHB in it, although I don't know what was used to knock me out that night. Um, you'll see that once I reported the rape, they didn't do anything. They never talked to Stephen Fry or any of the witnesses until years afterwards. And I'm sure that Stephen, when he was interviewed, would say, I don't know anybody named Peter, and Kevin must be crazy. But then you get to see all the text messages that say that Peter's taking me on vacation from Stephen Fry. Peter says hi. So clearly there is a conflict. And whoever is sending those messages is the person that's behind this sexual assault. And they wanted to perpetuate that these two were the people that did it. Now, I don't know what role Stephen played in that. I don't know that he went to the airport the day that he said he did. I don't know that, he actually drove to Ontario. I don't know anything I don't know the name of the person that he was supposed to take. I know that the situation was set up by Jackson Balin. And that is a questionable relationship as far as I'm concerned because Stephen Fry still owns the home in the Cathedral City Cove where Jackson Balin makes all the house payments. What really happened there? I don't know. I know that I was never told about it, and I had found that out all on my own. You can see the house is refinanced under Stephen's name. you can see that something in that whole situation is hinky. And then, of course, he comes over and sets up you drive this guy to the airport tomorrow morning, and I wake up raped, and Steven's not there, but I have no guarantee that Steven went to the airport. I don't know who the guy was, and I don't know how that all came about. All I know is that over comes, Jackson, this guy that lives in a home that he owns, that Stephen Fry owns in the Cathedral City area. I mean, at least it was refinanced in Steven's name, let's put it that way. And all of a sudden, I'm, raped in his house. Was Jackson trying to get me out of the house, or was trying to get Steven out of the house so that could happen? Was Steven trying to get himself out of the house so that that could happen? I know after that rape, Steven and I, both of us, tore down some walls and put up a wall inside of his garage to give him 2 walls in between him and the outside world. And I think that that's because he knew who was going over to his house and breaking in and sexually assaulting him as well. I don't know that the police ever did anything that they should have done. I know that when I first got arrested, Sergeant Anderson came to the jail to see me there, and his first words were, "See, I told you this was going to happen." And, what was I supposed to say? Oh, well, Lisa put me here. He would never have believed that. But the fact is that's what happened. And I want to know how he knew I was there. I certainly didn't mention his name. I didn't ask for him to come. I would have been embarrassed. So how did he know I was in jail? Could it be Lisa? Did she tell him? Did she just want to humiliate me in front of my parents? Or him? I mean, we already know that's the kind of person that she is. So I just wanted to let everybody know that today's posting is all about getting this, part of this out. This doesn't seem like a great vlog, but it's good enough. And I really want everybody to understand that when I give you this story, in my head, all I'm hearing is her just going crazy about it, like she has something to do with it. And I don't understand how this girl, Lisa, can possibly be sticking her nose into something like that unless she had something to do with it. And unless the police know she did. So she goes absolutely crazy. I just want everybody to understand that when I recount this story, I've done it so many times that I'm tired of it. I don't like to play the victim of rape. And so I want to make sure that for my own future, I've done everything I can to get this out. I want it out of me. I want the whole story out there. But Lisa treats it like it's some kind of a sexual turn on to hear about how I felt about being raped. If you can imagine what it must be like for, let's say, and I'm not saying she's the rapist, I'm saying, can you imagine what it must be like for a rapist to be able to see the mind of their victim and then to be able to question their victim about, did you like it? Did it hurt? Did you bleed? Did it make you feel good? I mean, and my opinion is that kind of an attack is not sexual, Officer Kelly Few. Has nothing to do with sex. In fact, I would suggest, Officer Few, that if you think it has to do with sex, shove the bottle up your own ass. Because, to be quite honest with you, I probably enjoyed it as much as you would have. And then if I told you what you told me, you would have been just as offended as I am, gay or not. So I just want to make sure everybody's understanding this here. I was assaulted in a home that had GHB in it by a drug dealer that was arrested for having GHB. There doesn't have to be DNA. There has to be an alibi. And that's what we're looking for. So I want to know what the truth is. And I know that there's people out there that do know the truth. So let's find out. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night. And stay tuned. We got some other stuff coming up soon that I think you're going to really like. Yesterday was a great day on the blog. And remember, those text messages tell you right then and there that somebody was pretending to have a relationship between Stephen Fry and Peter DiMartino, the two people that I said were involved in the rape, because that's what I was told. And I really want everybody to get that. Up until then, those two could say they didn't know each other. But those text messages show that they do. And it was a way to antagonize me after years of being told by Stephen, I don't even know who Peter is. So, now you know. All right, have a good night. Love you, Christopher. Bye.